Module 10. This is the module where we will show you our whole school data sets. We will look at the data wall, our search school function, and the analyze school, where we can look at the dashboard and analysis to measure the growth of our students across our cohorts and at an individual level. When we're in our dashboard, we can see all of our classes are here. We're currently in online assessment. At the top, we are able to see our whole school data sets through the data wall, search, and analyze. Let's click into our data wall first. Our data wall presents our whole school data with any of the results that have been collected across all of the strands. We can pinch our whole school data so that we can see every grade level represented, and we are able to filter and bring forward particular year levels in their colours so that we can certainly see cohort data in this way. We can click on individual students' names and we are able to see that particular student's results. This will track over time. So as we go through the year, we can go back in time and every piece of data is up to date on this live data wall. We can filter through our various strands. We can look at our data in the new syllabus or the previous syllabus if we're still using both areas of the curriculum. We can filter so that we can look back in time at our data wall, and our data wall has the export option of being able to download all of our year level data wall cards, which present as QR codes so that we can see in one QR code hover all of the data across all of these strands, every single piece of data collected for those individual students. So you can allocate that and create a physical data wall if you choose to at your school and allocate the student photos so there's a space for that on our exportable data wall cards. We can also filter through to just look at particular focus areas and year levels and classes. So the data wall is a fantastic way to access live, up to the minute data across your school. When we move into the search school mode, this allows us to filter so that if we have multiple classes for one year level and we have teams teaching together that we want the whole cohort data, we can filter and find the particular element that we want to search for. So let's look up number and algebra. We can also filter to see the strand overview and New South Wales outcomes for a cohort, so for all the classes in that year level. Here we have our New South Wales Common Grade. We'll be able to see which grade level we can access, so it will be based on the data that's been collected. So let's look at our Year 3s, and then we would select all levels. If we have particular classes that we want to filter, we also have that option, but generally we will move from the all levels down to search. This will now bring us into a continuum results mode of our data for our Year 3, every single child enrolled in Year 3, as that was our filter. Once again, we collate and sort our data, and then we will see a representation of all of our students from Year 3. You can view the ways to look at the data, but you cannot allocate my numeracy through this search school mode. So you can see our continuum results, you can see our zone of proximal development, so you're able to view that cohort data set. Content descriptions does not work within the search school mode. Let's move across to Analyze now. Within Analyze, we have a dashboard and we have analysis. There's no 2024 data as yet for this school, but we can go back to our previous year's data. We'll be presented with box and whisker data to see how we're tracking, and we will also have our bar graph, which will show us results, comparisons between previous year's data and current years, and represents in our colours of red, green and orange, so we can see the percentage of students who are at above or below expectation. Moving across to analysis, this is where we can see how we're tracking as a school, and we'll be able to see the growth that's happening as we do our follow-up data collection. If we have reflection turned on in every class, the value is that we're going to be able to see our average feelings with our emotions. Our reflection tool needs to be in the on position to gather this cohort reflection data. We can filter through our various strands. We can also filter down to focus areas depending on what has been administered across our school. Once we have a second data collection, for example, a mid or a post, we are then able to turn on the growth view and see the amount of growth that is occurring across different year levels across our school. We can always drill down, so we can drill down into our year levels. So by tapping the plus, we can always go deeper. This is our year 3 class. We can tap the plus again to see individual results. And when we've, as I said, have that second data collection, we can tap the growth view to see individual growth represented. So the analysis tab is a fantastic way to celebrate growth across your school.